young lady in the front, are you also from Seattle? Okay, because I didn't get to roll call everybody. But she asked me, has a star ever been taken away for like bad behavior or something? And the answer is they have tried. And it goes all the way back to a fellow named Gig Young. And even Charlie Chaplin. Remember, Charlie Chaplin was a little fond of children. And his was a very political thing, but Charlie was powerful in Hollywood. He started United Artists Studios down here. When the Hollywood studio people would ban you as an actor, you'll never work in this town again. You know, they try to do it to Marilyn Monroe, everybody. You behave or you go. And you might leave here in a casket. You understand? Go while you can. We will give you a, one-way ticket in a casket. No, they don't play out here. Listen, I drive the crime scene tours, and people love them. I get $100 tips all the time on the crime scene tour, because people want to know the truth. And there's not a lot of us old-timers that know around anymore that know the truth. But, I talk to all the people, over the years, and I know what's up with Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. It's not what people believe. Okay? It's what they want you to believe. You understand? It's mind washing. But the point is, I think I was trying to talk about the Roosevelt. Just go to the Roosevelt. It's Hollywood's oldest hotel. Even if it's boring, you've been to like the most famous hotel in Hollywood. I mean, what the heck? You don't even have to drive or park. You're already here. So anyway, we'll get to the roll call more in a minute. Here, Brad Pitt used to work, Springfield, Missouri. This used to be El Pollo Loco.
Sorry, we want to see Brad Pitt.
I want to see him too. I haven't seen him in a long time. And you see the Kermit the Frog down there on the left, standing up on the top? That's the Jim Henson studio, but that used to be the United Artists. I told you about Charlie Chaplin. But get back to the question. Gig Young murdered his wife in cold blood and then committed suicide. And he had gotten a star on the Walk of Fame. And so everybody says, you got to take that dude's name off because, he's a murderer. And you got people out there, don't know about the murder, so, and they love him and they adore him. And the Chamber of Commerce said no. Once the thing has the contract has something in it, it will last forever. Anyone know what in perpetuity means? In Latin, it means forever. Perpetuity. And so you can't take it up. And it happened a little bit with Donald Trump's star. You remember Donald got a star for The Apprentice on television. Yeah, he did.
I didn't know
but long before he was president. I mean, this goes way back. Yeah. Just like he's doing now.
You like the crime scene tours?
Everybody. They want it, but they said no. They say it comes up over and over. No,
you will never get this time back in your life.
Yeah, no matter, right. First degree murder.
Yeah, y'all funny.
Yeah.
We're going to drive the Lambo after this.
Well, if they take Trump's star, they're going to call out the National Guard, okay? They're going to call out the Army. Nuclear war, okay? Right here in Hollywood. Yeah. Where's somebody else from? I got, I heard Italy. Where's Italy?
Philippines.
All right. What part?
Philippines.
Which part of Italy? I see a hand in the back, too. Milan, Rome.
Philippines.
Which one?
Philippines.
Philippines, okay. I used to go to Venice a lot. And Milan. I haven't been in a few years.
There's Hendrix.
Vacation. Yeah, mostly. Hey, they're happy to see us. Hi. Yeah, I wanted to show you the Guitar Center here. You see the handprints? They were made by young musicians like Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, John Lennon, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Ozzy Osbourne. It's like a graveyard. When they die, Ozzy just died, flowers, people praying, candles burning. He's got handprints. Yeah, all of them. Michael, every year, June the 25th, people come, light candles over his handprints. You know what I mean? It's a popular musical instrument store. So all the high rollers and music, they've been here. The Grammys are down the street. So, you know, and they do shows at the Hollywood Bowl. They made microphones. They hang out here sometimes, just for a day or an hour. You know, the big rock stars, pop stars. And while they're here, they say, come on, we're going to do your handprints. And bam, they catch them and do it. Yeah. They got their handprints, and they sign it with a stick. Yeah. No, his is very popular, of course, the King of Pop. So that's something you could, it's free. You know, you just look. And people love that place. You know, Hollywood's very famous for music. I know it's mostly movies, but I'll show you a lot of the famous clubs.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so I got as far as Italy. Who's behind Italy?
Philippines.
Philippines, thank you. Yes, you told me. Now here's what I was talking about. 10 years ago when I started talking about how Whitney Houston was murdered and some of these other people, you know what people used to call me? Crazy. Now people got open minds. Amy Winehouse, Selena, Aaliyah, Lisa Lopez, Whitney Houston, you know. Even that plane crash of
Happy
Aaliyah
birthday.
was not an accident. And I don't want to get into the details, but can I tell you something? I lost a very dear friend on that plane crash. I did, Scotty Gallen, but he was the only survivor for one day. He used to work with me over at studios. He was a big bodyguard. He was Aaliyah's personal bodyguard. And his family told me, because I had met them at a premiere, he called them from the hospital before he died and was trying to tell them something. He was talking about how a bunch of people jumped off the plane right before it took off. They loaded everything up, put everything on, and then he had to stay with Aaliyah. She didn't get off. She didn't know anything. But he said he knew something was wrong because the propellers were turning, which you never jump out of it was on the runway ready to take off. But you never get out of a plane on a runway with propellers running. It'll suck you right into the engine. I know that from naval training. And they did. They almost risked their life to get off the plane. And then he said right after, this is what the family told me. The next day he was dead. The doctor said, oh, sorry, he died from his wounds. And here's where Notorious B.I.G. got murdered, right here on Fairfax. Remember Notorious, Biggie Small?
Biggie Smalls.
Guess what? Nobody's ever been arrested. No, that seems strange. First degree murder, execution, right here in the middle of Hollywood.
Right there.
Nobody's been arrested. They got away with it. Now everybody knows it was Suge Knight from Death Row Records, but guess what? That was a revenge killing for P. Diddy killing Tupac in Vegas, remember? But nobody's ever been convicted in IMC shows, you know. My next guest, you know. Yes. So I know people in Vegas, and everybody knows who did it. Yeah. Yeah, it's all gangsters. You know what it is? Here's the comedy club on the right called Laugh Factory. Live stand-up comedy, yeah. Jim Carrey, Kevin Hart, Tim Allen got famous there. Godfrey, Monique. And let me tell you something, it's open tonight. It's open to the public. And George Lopez was just there. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to stop the crime scene stuff because this is not a crime scene tour, but I just wanted to let you know, it's the way Hollywood is. It's the same way everywhere, okay? Chicago, New York, Miami, you know. Here's the Chateau Marmont Hotel. This is a real famous old hotel. Lindsay Lohan got arrested here. You see it on the right? Yeah, it's a big hangout for celebrities. Johnny Depp's a regular there, Lana Del Rey. I used to go there all the time. And in the Body Shop, I've never been to the strip club, okay? No, but that's a famous strip club.
We know where we're going. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Never been there. That's why I've been married for 32 years, okay? I never stopped there. And then here's Carney's restaurant on the right, the train car. That's in a movie called The Entourage. And in the Saddle Ranch, this Western pub on the right is from episodes of Desperate Housewives, Sex in the City. And then we got another famous comedy club up here on the right called the Comedy Store. Every night live comedy. Eddie Murphy, Whoopi Goldberg, Richard Pryor, all got discovered there. And then next coming up on the left, Viva Las Vegas. Right here is an MGM resort. You see these giant billboards, walls? This is a 2-block long Las Vegas resort called The One. There's the number 1 on the left. Celebrities don't go here that much because it's too transparent. They like the old, dark, kind of quiet hotels where they can be to themselves, you know. Most of the people that go to those old hotels I showed you, you know how they're decorated? Like if you go to the Chateau Marmont, it's from 1929. All the furniture is from like 1929. So it's really cool. I've never stayed there, but I've had friends that stay there, and I visited the rooms, gone up and seen them. And you walk in, and it's like real nice old furniture, everything, you know. No, Kobe doesn't. He wasn't old. I mean, they didn't get around to it. Yeah. He might have got one after he died. They call it posthumously. But he didn't live in L.A. He lived in Newport Beach, which is in Orange County. He may have a star. They do stars sometimes posthumously. They did that with Tupac. Tupac just got a star. Yeah. Now here's all part of the One Hotel. On the left, yeah, that's all Vegas. Maybe someday they'll have a casino here, but Vegas is only 4 hours away. You've all been, yeah? Yeah. Here's Skims on the right. This is Kim Kardashian's new boutique. On the right. Anyone heard of it? And here's Mel's Diner on the right from television like Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. Remember, it was the song like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock rock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then anyone else selling Sunset on Netflix? These guys, the Oppenheim group, you know, they were always pretty big real estate agents over here, but now they're like reality stars. And I just saw them taping a TV show here last weekend. You know, it's a series. So these guys are on TV, you know, almost every week. The people right there. And they're called the Oppenheim group. Yeah. So, that's hot with a lot of people. I drive by here all the time, and I love the Oppenheim group. But most people don't know them because it's only on Netflix, you know what I mean? Which is not that big of a distribution. I mean, Netflix is big, but it's not like, you know, ABC or NBC. This is Sunset Plaza. It's kind of quiet during the day. It gets busy at night. I think they're on the sidewalk. Yeah, sidewalk cafes. Like Paris, Milan, places like that. Outside dining. The weather's pretty mild here, so you know you can do outside dining. Now the rock and roll venues are up here. There's 3 of them. The Viper Room is real famous because Johnny Depp used to be there. He was a wannabe rock star. And then when he got rich and famous in the movies, he bought the club and started partying there, and big bands were getting famous like the Chili Peppers, Pussycat Dolls. But one night on Halloween party, a movie star nominated for an Oscar died there of a drug overdose. Anybody remember his name? River Phoenix?
River Phoenix,
Joaquin
yeah.
Phoenix's older brother. Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix is a Oscar winner. But his brother, his older brother, never got the Oscar. He died, and he wasn't awarded. Right there. Still open for rock and roll every night. And then here's the Whiskey A Go-Go on the right. This is world-famous rock and roll. Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, Motley Crue. That's open every night, sold out. And then more rock and roll up here at the Roxy. Bruce Springsteen, Blondie, Ziggy Marley. This is in the red. And let me show you something. It's just like the Guitar Center. Almost everybody that's got handprints at the Guitar Center has been to this restaurant and carved a brick Like you can see Janis Joplin, Johnny
that's
Cash, Bob Dylan,
Skid
Elvis
Row.
Presley, Freddie Mercury, Tom Petty. Most of them are dead, just like I said at the Laugh Factory. Let me tell you something. These recording artists, they don't live very long. They, they live a hard life, traveling and alcohol and drugs and, all kind of stuff. But this wall is like the handprints. Instead of it's very. Let me tell you something. Go to YouTube and watch the video about this place. It's hour long. Marilyn Monroe used to hang out here. Mick Jagger. They'd all hang out. John Lennon and the Beatles. In the old days, because we didn't have internet, you didn't even know about this place. But if you walked in, all the Beatles might be sitting there together having alcohol after they played a Hollywood Bowl. I'm going to show you the Hollywood Bowl. You ever heard of it? The big arena here? The Beatles, the first show after the Hollywood Bowl, they came here. This little restaurant. They all do. It's almost like you have to. Because rock stars tend to, be together.
I seen Corn.
Here, this is the High Dollar Hip Hop Club on the right. Called The Keys. Nicki Minaj has been there. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Anybody know Sexy Red? From St. Louis, downtown Pound Town? Yeah. She's killing it there. She's not even there anymore. She's doing big stadiums all over the world. That's how you get famous, is in those kind of clubs. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they run those clubs. And I'm going to tell you something about being a rock star, okay? And I'm no big star. I wouldn't be driving a tour van right now. But I've been on a lot of movie sets, okay? And you know what a movie set is? Because we're going to shoot. Nobody makes noise. It's quiet, the whole time. I was up on the stage with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, not performing, but just invited. And Guns N' Roses. There are 20,000 people screaming. And believe it or not, the movie stars even think the rock stars are above them. Because it's one thing to be famous. Oh, there I am on the screen. But you travel all over the world, sold out. You know what I mean? You're like God, these rock stars. And you can feel it. The whole stage is shaking and people are crazy. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I came from a movie studio onto the stage. I'm like, whoa. The rock stars are king. They are. No, but you're good eye because the police are out here because this is Beverly Hills. And let me tell you something. Nice people, nice police, but you got to behave here. No smoking weed. They don't even allow tobacco in the city. You understand? This place is a quiet, rich, peaceful place to live. There's famous Beverly Hills sign on the right. And let me tell you, we're lucky they even let the tour vans come in here because some places have banned tour vans. They go to court and they got their own courthouse. Let me tell you how Beverly Hills rolls. It's simple. We're banned. You see that sign right there? Over 6,000 pounds, like a tour van? We're banned to cross this line. But you know what the police say? If you don't bother us, we won't bother you. All they got to do is give us a ticket for crossing this line, going into the city. Guilty. Were you here or not? Yes. Okay. But the judges, the police, and everyone in school, you know what they say? You can visit our city, but behave. Don't make too much noise. Don't stop in traffic and, have people, like that guy, you see? He isn't going to get far. No, this is a high-tech. They got drones. See all these cars? They can't give enough tickets. Yeah. They got red light cameras. Everything's on surveillance here. You see this? They can't even stop enough of these people. But like we tour drivers, we know better. You can't mess around here. They don't allow lotto tickets. They don't allow convenience store. They don't even have a gas station. No, there is. They don't allow any entertainment. No movie theaters. It's a rich, peaceful place. Heavily. And God bless the homeless people. I have nothing against them. A lot of them serve their country in Vietnam and, have issues with stress disorders and things. God bless them. They're not criminals. Beverly Hills is kind to them, but they don't allow them to stay. They're gentle with them. You know what they do? They take them back to Hollywood. And they say, here you have the resources. Don't come here. And you look around, you rarely see homeless people. And nothing against them, like I said, God bless them. They're just victims of society. Here, they got, you see, drones, they got red light camera, they got video footage of us right here. You know what I mean? This is not the kind of place to misbehave. Remember, the Menendez brothers killed their parents. They're still in jail 34 years later. You know, because it happened in Beverly Hills. Their trial was here in Beverly Hills. They're never getting out. I didn't even know they could put you in jail for 35 years. They won't let them out 1 year early. They don't care. The judges know. It's been no, and they appeal it every time, and they side with Beverly Hills. Here, this was Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, Black Sabbath, Birmingham, England, on the right.
There's Ozzy's house.
And this is still Tom Cruise. Yeah, on the right. He's from Syracuse, New York. But he's been living a lot in London and
Tom Cruise.
Paris. He's been living in the UK.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's money right there.
He's from Syracuse, New York, upstate. He's a really nice guy. Very friendly to us. You know, he's a Scientologist. Yeah, very big in Scientology. Devoted. But he pulls right up to us and waves, says hi to everybody. And he just drives along next to us with his top down so we can video him. You know what I mean? No, he's sweet. I like the guy, I gotta admit it. He's one of my favorites. I never met him or anything at the studio, but the only way I've met him is on the tour. Now here is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Fast and the Furious, La Roca. Yeah, he's got something going on this weekend. He's from California, he's a local. Yeah, they're doing something up there.
The Rock.
Yeah, check it out tonight. And his neighbor here is the billionaire Oprah Winfrey on the right. Oprah, on the right, from Baltimore, Maryland.
Oprah.
That's Oprah.
Damn.
And that's Simon Cowell's children and wife, the white one on the left. He's married. I think he's still married, but he doesn't live there. He says the key to a successful marriage is don't live together. And you appreciate each other. He's a pistol, you know how. He talks straight. All right, we're going to visit the most famous hotel in the world, and by all means, I want you to come here after the tour. I'm going to show you something. Big setup. Judy Garland on the left, Oscar winner. Her husband, Vincent Minnelli, Oscar winner. Their daughter, Liza Minnelli, Oscar winner. Right there, 3 Oscar winners used to live, okay? And then coming up on the left next, I'm going to show you Elizabeth Taylor, Oscar winner. Marlon Brando, Oscar winner. Then I'm going to show you the billionaire father, Mohammed Hadid, of Gigi and Bella Hadid. Anyone know the Hadid sisters? $80 million behind that secluded donut thing. You see, that's there. What is so important about this spot? Hotel California. This is the Beverly Hills Hotel. Is Hotel California. Okay? And anybody can go here for free. Yes, I'm going to come by here later in the tour because I want to emphasize it, how famous it is. Okay, I think I've already set it up for you. But this is where all the billionaires go, the heads of state, the celebrities, the sugar daddies, and the sugar mamas. Okay? And they're there. Okay, that's where they are. We're on your right, okay? I don't want to get you in any trouble. I was just kidding, okay? There's no sugar mamas here. This is the front yard of the Beverly Hills Hotel. See? Now we're off the main highway. See, Beverly Hills is almost like a ghost town. Everything's all spread out, green. And yeah, it's nice compared to LA. LA is the second most populated metro in America. You know, it's too crowded. The jails are full.
Jails are full.
The gangsters aren't stupid. They know they can get out, commit a crime, and get out the next morning. They call it catch and release. Has anyone heard of it?
Yep.
The police catch them, the judge releases them. So you know what the police say now? Why bother? We go through all this work, get them arrested, booked into jail, and we see them out on the street the next day. Yeah, no, I'm serious. Even the police are depressed. Depressed. Can I tell you something about Diddy's parties? There were worse parties in Miami when I was living there, okay? And you know who used to always show up at those freak-off parties? The police. In plain clothes, swear to God. Yeah, yeah. What's going on here? Got anything for me? Huh? What's behind that door? Oh, she's for you. Who's you? Oh, okay. All right. They go and they party. They leave. Hypocrisy. It's a hypocrisy. It is. I'll just tell you the truth. Now, the feds are different. The feds are not like, you know, the state or local police. Here's Al Pacino's on the left, right there. New York. He never even lives there. There once a month. I mean, once a year. He loves New York. I love New York. Also, Frank Sinatra loved New York. He was actually from Hoboken, New Jersey. This his old house got tore down. You know Meryl Streep, the Oscar winner?
Yes.
She paid $7 million for his old house here. He's passed away. And tore it down. It's a big lot. Now she wants $14 million for it. Yeah.
Nobody driving.
Look, you see the Beverly Hills police got someone. You see this? I told you. See they got the drones and the cameras watching. Yeah, the drones alert. They have on their screen, you know, they can track cars and see who's going how fast. And then, you know, and see people running a stop sign. You know, they watch everything. You know. Look at it. It's a very safe, quiet city. But anyway, so she wants to sell it for $12 million. The empty lot. And she says, I don't care if anybody buys it or not, because I'm going to build my own mansion there if somebody doesn't want it. I'm trying to do everyone a favor. That's a big lot near the famous shopping up here and near the Beverly Hills Hotel. Best location, but if nobody wants it, I'm down. I'll build a house there. Here, this is the house behind this big tree from the movie Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat. Anyone see the movie? Dakota Fanning,
Look at
Terry
that
Preston,
house.
Michael Myers, Alex Baldwin.
That is a cool house.
A pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman. Welcome to Rodeo Drive.
Okay,
Also known as
Rodeo.
Rodeo Drive from the movie Pretty Woman. Who wants to go shopping?
It's raining.
Vai con la foto del Rodeo Drive perché io non era che sto bene. Sto lavorando. Mi vedo per nulla.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's actually raining. Never thought I'd be so happy to see some rain.
It never rains in California.
Only today.
Except when we're on a tour, okay? Yeah, just for us, thank you. A rare occasion. Let's celebrate. You're right, it won't rain.
It's raining now.
So here it is from the movie Pretty Woman. All of it.
Ralph Lauren.
That's the most expensive mentor in the world. House of Bajan, most expensive mentor in the world.
Look at that Ferrari.
Yeah, from the movie The Billionaires Boys Club. Watch it. Yeah. Kevin Spacey goes shopping there. You got to be a member to shop there. It's not open to the public like that. You can become a member while you're there. You know, you got to get a credit check. They don't just let anyone just go in there and try on clothes and stuff. You know what I mean? It's world famous, so most of the people that go there have been there before. You know, it's almost like a menswear club. And Steve Wynn, you know the billionaire in Vegas?
Gucci.
He's a multi-billionaire. He shops there. You know, that's the kind of people.
Brother. I think it's cool.
Burberry.
Now here's the Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons Hotel. This is not a bad visit. This is fun. Pretty Woman. Some of the scenes, of course, are from this hotel. It's also in Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. And it's been around since 1928. Now the Beverly Hills Hotel is from 1914. The Beverly Hills Hotel is before Hollywood. And it was founded by billionaires that came here to find the oil and gold, and they needed a palace. They were the billionaires from New York. The Gettys, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the Rothschilds, and they were big in Wall Street and New York City development, you know. And they knew from other sources there was oil and gold here, a lot of it, and there was no one out here, you know, really mining it. So they had the Beverly Hills Hotel built as like a palace for the billionaires because, you know, there was no airports or anything back in 1914. You had to come on a train, kind of bring your family. You almost had, if you're a billionaire, move here for like a year. And they built the palace for themselves and then turned it into a hotel for other rich people to, you know, come out here and work in oil and gold. Yeah, that's what how this place got rich was oil and gold. You know, here's well, Whitney Houston died out to Beverly Hilton Hotel. We don't go that far, but it's right down up the street there. And I won't get into her death too much right now, but a lot of people don't believe she accidentally died in the bathtub. And then Winona Ryder got arrested here at Saks Fifth Avenue department store. I don't know if you remember grand theft, shoplifting, and drug possession. Now this is Camden
We just
Drive.
seen her.
This is where the celebrities and other people go out at night. Beverly Hills is a quiet, peaceful city, so you know the celebrities get a lot of privacy over here. Camden, like in London. That's Mr. Chow's on the right. The
Thank you,
restaurant.
thank
Anyone
you.
heard of it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty famous around the world for celebrities. And then Hosea Bear on the right. He's the hairdresser to the stars. Some of you are from Italy. Here's Cipriani. I've seen it in Milan and Rome. That's a famous Italian restaurant. That one's open during the day. Most of the restaurants here only open at night. But Cipriani is a sidewalk cafe. They call these sidewalk cafes. But the #1 celebrity restaurant in Beverly Hills is up here on the left. It's not even open yet. Gravitas. It only opens at night. We saw Sir Paul McCartney here once. And we saw
Thank you.
Rihanna here once a night. Early evening. Right there. Yeah. I'm friends with the guys here. And they told me Rihanna's here a lot, because we saw her one night, that there's a professional office up here, and that her plastic surgeon is in the professional office. But she goes, no, I'm serious. His name is Abraham. He's like a friend of mine, acquaintance. He talks to me. You know, I come by here sometimes at night just to say hi, you know, because after the tours I'm talking about. I say hi, and I thank him, because what he'll do, you know what he'll do? He'll tip us off, and he'll just come out to the van and say, 8 o'clock. He doesn't say, and that means be here at 8 if you want to see him. You know, whatever, 9 o'clock, right? You know what I mean? But he knows when they're coming. But he's cool, you know, he can't go and tell people, but he tells me, because I tipped him out one time. You know what I mean? No, I did. He tipped us off on Sir Paul McCartney. He told us. He said, and Paul, he didn't say Paul, he goes, there's an event across the street. I didn't show you, a little event, like a little storefront, it's like a little museum or something. And he said, like 8 o'clock, Sir Paul. He told me who it was going to be. He says, he's got an event across the street. And sure enough, the paparazzi was here, everything. And then he went to Gravitas from the little boutique. It was like, he was doing, I don't know what he was doing. We didn't see him then. But he was doing something across the street, and he was coming to the restaurant. So if someone's coming, he'll just walk up and say what time. Here's the Beverly Gardens Park. This is different sign. Right there on the left. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
We good in the back there, everybody? I see some big smiles. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, see the police pulled over someone else. You see a motorcycle? That's all they do all day long. And then they smell the car to see if you're smoking marijuana. And then you go to jail. They bring the dogs. You can't buy it, smoke it in public. You can't buy or smoke a cigarette in public here. They don't want tobacco. It's carcinogenic, it's addictive, it starts forest fires. They don't want their kids to be able to buy smokes, get weed. You understand? They don't want it. They don't allow pawn shop here. They don't want people pawning things, you know, for money, you know. They don't allow gun store, you know, nothing. They don't even have a movie theater. They want it like a ghost town at night, you know. And people, you know, they come through here at night partying. Not good. You know how many celebrities have been arrested here? Charlie Sheen, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Mike Tyson. You know, they weren't even doing major crimes or anything. You know, they were just partying. This is not, you go to Hollywood and party. That's it. You can do anything you want in Hollywood almost and get away with it. Yeah, because it's the jails and I had a guy review my tour. I don't care about reviews. I really don't. I never read them because I don't want to hear a bad review. You know, not that I think I have any, but I talked about some more things coming up. Related to crime scenes and the culture, everything. And I didn't know he was this big YouTube guy that does all the tourist attractions and everything. I didn't know about him. And then the company sends me a link with a thumbs up, so I thought I'd open it, and it's the guy on my tour videotaping me doing everything, and his comments were, best tour ever took. In the last 3 years, I've done 20 tours. This is the only one that was real. And he even said it's out of the box. Yeah. And, you know, I was proud because my tour is not like the other tours. The other tours are a little too superficial. You know what I mean? They don't get down to the root of the city or Hollywood or LA. I'm just telling you, LA is dangerous.
I'm a
People get
YouTuber.
shot in Hollywood and the media doesn't cover it and the police suppress it because they don't want tourists to know about it. Did you know that? Oh yeah, if you heard last night or 2 nights ago, 2 people were murdered on Hollywood Boulevard, shot to death. You may not want to come here the next day. And they know about it. The gangsters know about it. They're bold in Hollywood, Los Angeles. They just, because they know the jail's overcrowded. And unless you do something really violent or something, you're going to be out the next morning and the police are sick of it. They work hard, you know, clean up the city, and then the judges say, I have to release them because the jails are full with real criminals, you know, guns and knives and things. Heroin. So this is why it's so expensive to live here. You're not exposed to that. Just in general. You don't get very far here if you're suspicious. You don't. They'll pull you over if you're speeding. You notice the speed limit's only 25 miles an hour around here. So everybody's speeding. So that gives them cause to pull you over and shake you down. Make sure you're not up to something, you know what I mean? Before it happens. And they got cameras everywhere. Plainclothes police. Anyway, this was the Godfathers on the right. This was right there, Marlon Brando. This was Cleopatra. You know, Elizabeth Taylor. Listen, Elizabeth Taylor was married 8 times. She spent 6 honeymoons here at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Right here? Yeah, she did. Right across the street. And you know what? And you know why she said that? This way, if we get in an argument on our honeymoon, I can just walk home. Marriage is over. There it is, Hotel California. I sure hope you all go. Please don't be shy. Will you? Just walk in. You don't have to get dressed up. You don't have to buy anything. Yes. You just walk in like anybody else. They open the door and they say, "Welcome to the Beverly Hills Hotel. How are you, sir?" And you know what I tell them? "It's the best day of my life. How are you, sir?" And they say, "Oh, well said, sir. Enjoy." That's it. Go sit in the lobby for a little while. Because I always have to wait for my wife and daughter. They're always late. You know what I'm not. Just kidding. And I'll just be sitting there and want someone to come over and say, "Would you like a cup of coffee or some beverage or anything, buddy, baby?" "Okay, yeah, I'll have a coffee, thank you." You know, $6 tip, $10, you know, $4 tip, whatever. And you just sit and sip coffee. There it is. It's up to you.
Tour bus.
You don't even have to buy a coffee. They don't care. They're just trying to be polite. You know what I mean? Listen, they got private homes in the back, $3,000 to $5,000 a night. And if you think I'm kidding you, go to YouTube. I can back up everything I said. Yep. I've been in there and I've said, "How much for one of the bungalows in the back?" They said, "Tonight?" I said, "Yes." Sold out. I said, "You got 24 private homes there. When are they not sold out again?" 2 nights. Come back or make reservation. "How much is one in 2 nights?" $4,000. A night? "Yes, sir." And they're sold out. You get it? It's where all the billionaires go. Here on the left, Giovanni Versace. Yeah, but he's dead. He got murdered in Miami 20 years ago, remember? Maybe 30 years ago. I was living on Miami Beach when he died. He had a big mansion right on the ocean. The one thing Beverly Hills does not have is coastline. You understand? It's landlocked. And that's, you know, rare that real estate's this expensive if it's not on the shore. Now, Hugh Hefner bought the Playboy Mansion for $900,000. He sold it for $200 million. Did you hear me? There's the former Playboy Mansion on the left. Yeah. Who wants? Yes. Who wants to be dropped off here? You're too late. He sold it. He's dead. And the billionaire that bought it wants nothing to do with Playboy. He wants a new image. Yeah. Hefner is 91 years old. And here's Randolph Hearst, the billionaire. He's passed away. See the big castle on the top? Through the windshield? That's one of the famous Hearst castles. The biggest one is Santa Barbara. He built a bunch of giant mansions. He was oil and gold. Yeah, I'll show it to you through the trees. Right there. That's the small side of the house, okay? His family still lives there, but, you know, he's been dead for a long time. And then with this whole concrete wall thing is Grammy winner Taylor Swift right here on the left.
Look at a concrete wall. Good Lord.
This is her back entrance. And the front entrance, you can't even see this much. See the see-through gate? And the front has a solid gate. Quiet as a mouse. It's usually quiet as a mouse. And that's Jackie Chan's from Hong Kong up on the top. See it through the windshield? He probably still lives up there. I never see anybody out up there. And then the next one on the left, I know he's selling it for $35 million. It's Justin Bieber's glass house. Yeah, up on the top on the left, the blue.
Oh, there it is.
That is Justin Bieber's. He has to sell it because he's married. His in-laws, the Baldwins, are in New York, and they said sell it. And you don't say no to the Baldwins, okay? Or they will beat your beep. Okay? You know, yeah. So supposedly he's got to sell it for $35 million. And white, 9 months pregnant, with 40 stab wounds on her body. It's the worst thing I ever saw in my life. Worse than any movie. I'm telling you, it's a pure evil. That's what drugs will do. You know, I'll tell you one thing.
I'll be back.
Lauren Van Houten said she was so high on drugs she never remembered the whole thing. And people thought, you know, yo, you're just saying that because, you know. But from prison, she wrote hundreds of letters to Sharon Tate's family apologizing and said, I want to be forgiven. I swear to God, I don't remember anything. I was high on acid. They drugged me. I didn't even know, they drugged me. I didn't even take the drugs voluntarily. And I don't even remember if I did anything. But I was there. My fingerprints were all over the place, And the family over the years forgave her. Yes, they did. And she got, guess what? She got parole after like 30 years. She's an old woman. And Gavin Newsom, our governor, tried to block her release. And the California Supreme Court said, you're not in control of, you may be the governor, but the parole board decides, overruled. And she even met family members of Sharon Tate when she got out of prison. She was and they forgave her. She showed her, and they said she was sincere. The crime scene tour is epic. Really. And we don't even hardly do it anymore. Around Halloween we'll do it. But you can always take a private tour with me on the Halloween tour. People love it. I'm telling you. You can tell by the tips you receive how much people enjoy it. And the biggest tips I ever get, $100 bills, one after another. Thank you for the enlightenment, the truth. And I'm gonna tell you right up here. People think I'm crazy. I'm just pointing it out. I'm
Thank
not
you,
a member of
guys.
the Illuminati or anything. Or I couldn't talk about it, all right? But we're going up here where the billionaires live. And there's a lot of suspicious stuff up here. A lot of it doesn't even make sense. And the hard part for me is we're not allowed to really stop on Mulholland Drive to put it together. So, because tour vans are, really police strict about stopping. And especially up here. They see you stopped up here, no mercy. It's posted 100 times. No stopping tour buses. They don't want it. Anyway, here's Kim Ye's former home, Kim and Kanye, when they were married. Real nice couple, friendly as can be. Kanye doesn't act the way he does in the media, like he does in person. He's a cool dude. Ye is cool. She is too. Right here on the left, we've seen him here once. They don't live there anymore. Billionaire bought it, Francois Pinault. He's a billionaire from Paris. He's married to Selma Hayek from Veracruz, Mexico, the movie star producer. That one on the left, he's a billionaire from the tech. Sean Parker, he's the co-founder of Facebook. Right behind this, you see these black gates? This is Sean Parker. He's a Silicon Valley tech guy. AI, the whole thing. All right, here's where it gets a little weird. First of all, you can see through there a pyramid. You see the pyramid right there? Francois Pinault from Paris, the multi-billionaire, built a pyramid there, okay? Now, the Sultan of Brunei has 200 wives on his island of Brunei. He's the billionaire that lives at that house way up on the top, okay? With the red roof, brown roof, whatever it is. And then this is really weird. I know that about 4 years ago, Jay-Z Beyonce, real name Beyonce Knowles, and Sean Carter. She's from Houston, he's from Brooklyn. Next to the Sultan, there was a big mansion like that one, contemporary one being finished. Jay-Z Beyond, it was an older mansion. They bought it, tore it down, and they're almost finished. This has been going on for 3 or 4 years. They are each billionaires, by the way. They have a 40-foot window. You see the tarp over it, and you see the scaffolding, and it faces out over the ocean, the valley, everything going on out here, okay? And here's what I wanted to show you. It was built in the eye of the pyramid. You see it right there? That pyramid there? That is a natural pyramid. And you notice, I'm going to show you from right here. A lot of it doesn't, it's just got to be put together. Okay, but they're staring at the eye of the all the billionaires surround here. Real quickly, because I can't stop here. See the pool in the backyard there? With the orange umbrella, that was Elvis Presley's. He used to live there, okay? Now, he didn't die there. 1 year after he left there and moved to Graceland, remember? He died mysteriously. You got it? Michael Jackson, for 2 months, rented that house above Elvis's, facing Elvis. See with all the trees along the roof line? All you can see is the roof. After 2 months, Michael died there, across from Elvis, okay? Yeah. So that's kind of suspicious. Now, do you remember that Elvis was like a father to Michael? Do you remember when Elvis died, who Michael married? Lisa Marie Presley. And guess what happened to her? she's dead. Okay, so yeah, so that's all going on down there. Okay, nobody else talks about this stuff. Okay, so you know, this is there's the pyramids. There's more of them. It's like ancient Egypt. You know, those weren't built with stone or anything, but it's kind of interesting that Jay-Z and Beyonce have this 40-foot glass wall facing the pyramids, and there's the ocean out there. Okay, so you got all this. Then guess who else you got up here? Disney family. Oh yeah, you know the old Disney family. Have you ever seen Walt Disney's patented signature? You know how he signs his name in script? 3 6s. Go look at it. Look it up on your phone right now. No, I know what's up. Look, there's the house where Michael died. Right there, the trees grew all the way up. He couldn't even see Elvis anymore. But Elvis wasn't living there or anything, but Michael loved Elvis. That's why Michael, some people think he chose to die there. Some people don't even believe he was murdered or killed or accidental. They believe Michael might have had a death wish. A lot of people believe he injected himself with the fatal dose. Died either accidentally or deliberately. Here's the gates to all these billionaires, Beaumont Estates, and there's Disney's right there. What was Disney's fascination? Children. But we don't talk about it. It's not good for your health. Of course, he's passed away. Now there's a whole family of them. They all got helicopters. Yeah, they do. And all they got to do is get that helicopter down here on the left to the Bob Hope Burbank where they can get on their private jet. They're gone. They are out at first to get out of here. Yeah, there's the airport right there. Yeah, Bob Hope Burbank. You can see it. It's small. What is it? Southwest is there. It does have some commercial. It's mostly private. Let me check it. Because we're not stopping. Okay, the first house coming on the left is Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton's. They're married to each other, and they co-host The Voice together. It's the white one with the white umbrellas. And then next door is Mariah Carey from New York City. You see the orange roof or red roof? And then the black roof down in the middle there, Jennifer Lopez, also from New York City. But Jennifer Lopez, that's Manny Pacquiao's. Where's my Philippines?
Yeah.
That's Manny Pacquiao's. He lives on Summit Circle. Mariah Carey's the one right there. That's Manny Pacquiao's right there. It's on Summit Circle is the name of the street. It's gated. It's gated community. Okay, that is Manny Pacquiao's. He bought it maybe 2-3 years ago. Right there. It's on Summit Circle. But you saw, I showed you they have a gate there, right? So you can't drive by it. I got in there once. I worked on a movie set with Hillary Duff. Remember Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah.
She married a billionaire. She lives in there, but on the other side. She has 4 children. And I happen to know her father and mother. I met them a few times. They're from Katy, Texas, near Houston. And one time, right after I finished at the studios, I was going to like congratulate, you know, Hillary. She got married and everything and had her baby. And I didn't know her well. But I wanted to go in Summit Circle anyway to see, you know what I mean? So I went to the gates and, you know, I said, who are you? Are you expected? I said, no, but I'm here for Hillary. You know, I met father and the mother. And I said, oh, you know, just tell them I'm real close friends with Bob and Susan Duff. And, you know, and they opened the gates. Yeah. That's been like 10 years ago. That's even before Manny Pacquiao lived there. But, you know, I know it's just one street. There's nothing else there. You know, it's an oval. They call it Summit Circle, but it's not a circle, it's an oval. Here's the new billionaire from Akron, Ohio on the top. Anybody want to take a guess?
Lebron.
Thank you. Good girl. Who said it?
Me.
All right. Man, you've been on my tour before, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
He's a fan of LeBron.
Are you a reviewer from YouTube? Yes, the
No,
basketball.
I like basketball. So I
LeBron,
know
see,
this
she
guy.
knows Akron, Ohio.
Of course. Palay ni Lebron.
You're from
Lebron.
Akron?
James Lebron. No, we're from the Philippines.
And he has a helicopter. I've seen it hovering, or we have seen it twice above the house, hovering. Supposedly he takes it to the Staples Center for the game. I mean, I heard that. There it is. See, they all live at the top. Untouchable.
Yeah, very the US bro.
She's right. I'm going to show you a flood zone. It was a disaster. Yeah. The young lady in the front said, you know, like a mudslide. Heavy rain, and it happened because we're getting more rain than ever, we're getting hotter temperatures than ever, and colder temperatures. Climate change. Yeah, we are. Some people think they're seeding the clouds. Yeah. You've heard of chemtrails, right?
Oh, Lord.
You know, most of those fires were by arsonists that happened here. You know that. It was just a bunch of arsonists down on the beach. You know, paid to take care of business, that's all. You know what's going on now? Same thing, remember in Hawaii when, what was it happened?
Maui.
There was no homeowners insurance. All those people are desperate. They lost all their equity. They have no way to rebuild a house, and now the billionaires are buying up the beach for themselves. It's true. You know, people used to say I'm crazy. People don't believe
Allegedly.
that. I haven't talked to some of these guys, I gotta admit, in a long time, but some of the old timers, way older than me at the studio, I used to talk to them like a lot. I'm gonna start calling them. It's been like 6 months, a year before I think I called a couple times. They didn't respond. They're probably dead, you know, for talking too much.
Conspiracy theories.
Not of old age.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk too much, like me. But they're down with all this. They're
All
on to tell me
opinion.
all kind of stuff. Like, oh, did you know this?
Allegedly.
Yeah. Anyone know Shah Rukh Khan, the movie star from India?
Yeah.
Anyone know him?
Yeah.
This is his home right here on the right. He leaves the windows open. He waves out the windows sometimes, but he never comes out. Get your beep out here. Now here's where the young lady was talking about the floods. All this starting right here. You see this mess? This road was closed for a month. Right here. Look around. It was 6 feet of mud on the street. The road was closed for a month. And the only reason I could see all the mud is I looked at the pictures on the internet. Go look at it. Yeah. Look at the flooding, the mudslide on the home. All kind of photographs. This place rode. It looked 4 to 6 feet high, the mud. Yeah. This place is not safe. Like you see this person, they're leasing their house. Look at what stands behind the house. That is all going to fall on your head. Okay, you see that? That is going to fall on your head. I wouldn't lease that if they gave it to me. I know how I'd be waking up in the night. I wouldn't wake up one morning. That's how. And see, they don't even want the tour vans around here. No stopping tour vans. They don't want anybody around here. No, this was a disaster area. Yeah, but it didn't get much publicity because it was like overnight. You know, gone, done. It wasn't like a fire, you watch it on TV burning and stuff. It just... Look at the rock. I've been here even when it's not a flood. Big boulders in the road, you gotta go around. It's crazy out here. I'll take a quick peek at the Universal
Kasi tayo lang ang tayo
Studios.
itong malaki na dito eh.
I mean quick. So we're allowed to stop it. Look at that, a black crow. That's never a good sign. There's the Black Universal Hilton Hotel, the Gray Harry Potter Castle, the White Mummy Castle, the Blue Minions, Flintstones, Simpsons. That's the theme park of Universal Studios. Stop showing for a while, because I always got the feeling people can't really see it. I can see it through the windshield. But the Charlie's Angels house, anyone remember the movie On the Top of the Mountain? It's been remodeled, but that's it way up on the top. See it up there? Yeah, I don't know, maybe you can see it. You know, but that is from Charlie's Angels, but it's been remodeled. It is the same house. They just had a big party, and you go right up this driveway. That's their address. That's Charlie's Angels. Yeah, it is. Like I said, I saw them remodeling it a few years ago. So it doesn't look exactly the same, but it used to. You notice you don't see many tour vans on my route, right? I'm like the only one that comes up here. Because the police are too strict. Did I tell you one of our drivers got 2 tickets in one day? And he quit. Yeah, he stopped twice. He got away with it once. And then the second time he said, I wasn't stopped, I was going too slow. And there was traffic behind me. Well, here's some. The longer tours, these are all like 3-hour tours. They still come up here, see, because they drop off up here. Ours is only an hour and a half. Believe me, you don't want to probably get on a 3-hour tour. We used to do 3-hour tours. See, some people are just sitting in the van waiting for the others. You know what I mean? There's a lot of waiting. I found that people don't like a 3-hour tour. I mean, because like there's no restroom there. You know, you're not supposed to smoke up here. So what are you going to do? But, you know, you're in the second most populated metro in America, but you wouldn't know it, would you? This is like being out in the middle of nowhere. Now, there's Quentin Tarantino's in front of us. He recently got married, and he hasn't been back for a couple months. He may never come back. No, I don't know, because he's been gone for a couple months. I'll tell you why I think. I saw a guy come out this gate last weekend, and he was a pretty flashy guy, like someone who could afford it. And I got a sneaky suspicion Tarantino sold it. I think so. And no one else probably knows this. I've asked a couple people in the real estate business about it. Because a guy from Tel Aviv, he rode with me last week. And he said he's still in Tel Aviv. I said, when was the last time you've been in Tel Aviv? He said, like 2 days ago. He says, he's still there, man. And so then I remembered I saw a guy in like a flashy car come out there. It wasn't Quentin. And I thought, maybe he moved. Because they have this thing in directing. Spielberg did it in Lucas. After 10 successful films, you're supposed to take a break, a long time out. And you're supposed to spend that time creating your own movie studios, funding your own movies. You know, and Spielberg did it, and he became a billionaire. And Lucas did it. Instead of going around making another movie, go around and put deals together to make movies. Be on the top. All a director is a high-paid labor position. You understand? They don't make hundreds of millions off the movies. They're paid, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's like Brad Pitt is paid. If the movie makes $100 million or $10 million, he's still paid the same. Now, some of them have incentive contracts, but most do not. The studios don't work that way. We're going to pay you $5 million. You're not getting any of the house money. That's for us. We put up all the millions to make the movie. So if you can cross that threshold and make your own movies, because now you're a skilled director with connections with other actors, you know, you don't need anybody. You can do it yourself and make 100 times the amount of money. And that may be what Tarantino's doing. He's not just like creating his own distribution network. He just won another Oscar, remember, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So he's on a roll. Anyone see the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I don't want to be a spoiler, but I'm going to tell you something, true story. My wife and daughter like, oh, it's got the Charles Manson thing in it, and, you know, we can't wait to go to the theater and see it. And I said, you know, I'm really not that interested because I do this all day long, and I know the whole story of the Charles. I know it better than the movie's going to display it. And, you know, so I was kind of a fuddy-duddy. Here, this is Running Canyon Park. A lot of celebrities come here and hike and run. Anybody can come here. It's free. Look, it's beautiful trails. So you know what happened? My daughters, come on, Dad, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. The movie was amazing. The ending. And I'm not going to be a spoiler. Just see the movie for the ending. Oh, how many have seen the movie? No? It won Best Screenplay. It didn't win Best Director. But he won Best Screenplay. That's the story. And I'm going to tell you, I was surprised how well it came off. Really. I'm not advocating, you know, like a movie critic, but yeah, I found it.
Thank you, guys.
There's downtown. All right, we'll be seeing the Hollywood sign. What's that?
Thank you, Sage.
I'm sorry? Now, cars are forbidden, you know, or, excuse me, not cars, strike that. Tour vans are forbidden to go into Outpost Road neighborhood. They got injunction from the police, you know, a very wealthy neighborhood. But you can see it pretty well from up here. I'm not really supposed to stop here, but the one we're going to do this quickly. Cardi B lives down the driveway right here on the right. She's a hip-hop star from the Bronx, New York. The house right there with the black roof and the infinity pool was Joey from Friends, Matt LeBlanc. And he had a, you know, happy or unhappy ending there. The one down there, yeah, you can see a little Cardi B's over the shoulder. The white one hidden by the tree down there in the gully was Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's when they were married to each other. That was before he was an Academy Award winner. He was won the award for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The one on the top with the flat white roof is from the show Ice Loves Coco. And that was Ice-T and Coco, his wife. And I believe they're divorced, and the show's been canceled. They may not be divorced, but the show's canceled. They don't live there anymore. So you know, none of them live there anymore. Those are three famous former homes. And then Will Chamberlain used to live up here on the left, above everybody. And then when he died, Eric Murillo bought it. I like to move it. I like to move it. And then he was murdered in Miami. First they said drug overdose. As soon as I said drug overdose, you know what I said? Murder. And about 2 years later, they reclassified it. You know, he was murdered. And it's covered up. Now here's the Hollywood sign on the right. Now we're really not supposed to stop here, but we want to get pictures. We are not going to get out of the van. We're going to remain in the van. Yeah, no, there's a... that's 2 tickets. And that's called Mount Lee. That's not the original sign. The original sign is from 1923. It's about 10 years later than the Beverly Hills Hotel. And it's spelled Hollywoodland. It was all lit up with lights along the edges, but over time it wore out. So they made a brand new sign without the word land and without the lights, because the lights had caused a fire before, and there was a big fire up there, and then we have this wildfire threat, so they thought lights would be high risk. It could create a wildfire and burn all those places down. Now, if you want to get closer, you can take your own car over to those neighborhoods. I'll even tell you how to get there. You Google map it. It's called Lake Hollywood Drive and Beechwood Drive. And you can go over there where those houses are, in those neighborhoods. But tour vans are not allowed there, okay? And it's not like Beverly Hills, where the Beverly Hills police, just for driving a tour van in Beverly Hills, will give you a ticket. Over there, they will give you a ticket from just being there. And I've tried to go over there a couple times. I'm pretty hardcore because I've been driving this tour more than most of those police officers have been officers. You understand? So, I don't want to say I'm a bully, but I stand up for myself. And you know what? When they're not there, the police, what the neighbors do? They come right in front of my van and won't move, and stand and take a videotape. What are you going to do now, fella? I got you on videotape. What's your name? Go ahead, tell me your name. What are you going to do? I backed up. Guess what? She walked right up to the front of the van. And then when I finally, you think I'm kidding? People say, oh, take us there. Yeah, sure. It'd be like an assault and battery over there. When I was leaving, she got behind the van and videoed the tag number, the phone number, called the company, said, I'm sending this all to the police department. You're going to be, your business is going to be closed. You believe that, they've had it with tour vans. So I don't go back over there too much. Yeah. There's the Griffith Observatory. You see the round white circular oval buildings? Everyone on the left up here? It'll be on the right. Let's just put it on right for a second. Anybody been there? The planet? Oh, right. Good girl. Everybody's got to go there. It's mandatory. It's a great experience. It's been in movies, La La Land, the Transformers. It's not about movies as much as it is, it's real science, astronomy.
Look at that house.
There it is. That's a pretty good picture there. Yeah, you don't really need to get closer. I mean, people enjoy it. I mean, it's cool, but on a cell phone, you get a picture, you zoom in, screenshot it, and it's like you were right under the sign, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, if you're using a camera, it's not quite as easy. I mean, it's new cameras, but using a cell phone, I've done it. I've been over there before in my own car once in a while. I took a picture, and then you look at a picture from here, it looks the same. Yeah. This is a billionaire in the shipping. I forgot his name. See, he built his home like a ship. You see it up here? Like some shipping guy. Remember Aristotle Onassis? He was a billionaire that was married to Jacqueline Kennedy. He's some big guy like that. I forgot his name. Yeah, there we go. We get a nice picture of downtown. City of Angels, Los Angeles. That's a translation. Our drivers going the wrong direction. No, it's true. That's none of my business. You know what the reviewer said? I told you, great tour. He said the direction that I go, west to east, the way I do my tour, was the best direction ever. The route. No, I'm serious. Yeah. And the reason I know better, the tour companies train all drivers, including me, to go the way he's going. Why? It saves time. About 10 minutes, swear to God. But you don't see his tour. No, really. And that reviewer, you can go to YouTube and read it. I'm not boasting. But, like when I tell you something like go to the Beverly Hills Hotel, please take me seriously. It could make your whole trip. Maybe not. It might be boring. What the hell did he send me here for? Well, at least you've been in the world's most famous hotel. And that's worth something. So I just try to share that with you so you follow my advice and make a day out of going to the places I showed you. You know, listen, when I go to London, I go to the Mandarin, I go to the Savoy, I go to the Strand Palace, I go to Oscar Wilde's Tea Room, I go to Sketch, you know, and all these places, you know, and when I'm talking to people from London, they say, dude, are you a billionaire or something? And I tell them, no, I never spent the night at one of those hotels. I stay at Comfort Inn on Canary Wharf, which is a beautiful, anybody been to London, Canary Wharf? It's the most beautiful place. And it's the Comfort Inn there. It's like a couple $100, or you can stay at the Savoy a mile away for $2,000, okay? So I'm just saying, I've showed you all the best spots. Use them. Use them. They're all free.
Okay, guys.
Roosevelt.
I'm going to wrap this up until I get to the Lambo.
Go to the Dolby Theater.
And then we're going to take a ride in the Lambo.
Even if you have to take a tour for $10 or something, $20. Do it. I know the Beverly Hills Hotel is free. Roosevelt.